AA, see you in church. Hi, Emmanuel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, put the little hand high, and leave a message. Tell me how you feel about what I was talking about. If you like it, say you like it. If you didn't like it, tell me why you didn't like it. Don't cuss and everything. I don't need that, and you don't need to do it either because I'll just block you. Because that's not constructive criticism. I've had a lot of inconstructive criticism when I was younger, and they were from teachers, real assholes. And karma comes around. It really does. There was this, I'll tell you now, there was this teacher I had, and that teacher was rude, obnoxious. I don't think he really liked children, to be honest. I don't know why he was being a teacher in grammar. Yes, grammar. I remember I was in honor band, talented arts program, and the tiger band. I had three bands. Then I was in chorus. I was supposed to be applying to go to the talented art program in the chorus and try out for honor chorus. And that teacher goes and says, well, you got a decision to make. Do you want to be in honor chorus, honor band, or do you want to be in chorus? And I already had those other positions already. I've already had my seats in the bands. So I let go of the chorus because I had my spot in regular chorus, but I hadn't applied for honor chorus yet or um, any of the others. So I let it go. And then later on, he was being a jerk. And I didn't care for him. I was already going to graduate 8th grade. I just needed to get out of there. So I was just like, whatever. And it always was like that. There was always a teacher here and there that was just horrible. Horrible people. And I think he thought he was just being funny. He thought that by being a jerk, he was motivating people and we would thank him later on. And I made it clear to him, I said, you're just an asshole. And after I leave school, I might remember the asshole. I just won't be thanking the asshole. And he and I told him like that too. And he said, well, your grades. I said, my grades are B's. I've gotten a couple of C's, but then I brought them up to B's. I said, and it wasn't to any thanks of you. And I told him, and if I go to college, he says, oh, don't go to college. That'll be just a waste of money. And I said, well, I don't care what you think. If I decide to go to college, it ain't your money I'm spending. And he just sort of like was all shocked that I stood up to him. Anyway, he was rude to everybody. He was actually like a grown up child there, trying to be part of the group, but it didn't really work because he was a jerk. But we met his girlfriend, beautiful, beautiful young woman, which I find out later. He married her. The problem with that is that she literally was a Hawaiian princess. And see, a suitor for her starts getting their body tattooed when they're younger. So by the time they're grown up, they're tattooed from here to their ankles. So I go and vote because I'm of age to vote. And my old teacher, not him, the one I did like, who was actually trying to help me, sees me and he says, "Hi, haven't seen you for a while." And I talk to him and everything, and he says, "Did you hear about that other teacher?" And I said, "No, I haven't." I didn't tell him, "Oh, I hated him. Everybody hated him. Why would anybody ask about him?" But anyway, he says, "Guess what? He married that Hawaiian girl." And I said, "Oh, yeah, she was so beautiful and nice. Why would she hook up with him?" Well, he says, "Well, her father died, so she had to return to her village and take her place on the throne." And I said, "Oh, but she's married to," he goes, "Yeah." So they told him he had two choices: to divorce her or become king and have his body tattooed from the ankles, wrist, and the neck. I was like, "Oh," I said, "Do you know how they tattoo in those places?" He goes, "Oh, yeah. They take a thing that has a little thing and it pulls and it goes like this. They don't do it like we do where it has a little machine and it goes do 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 do. That hurts. But this hurts more." And it's the traditional way. So there he has to get all of that done, the tribal designs, something that one of their members would have started as a child. He has to get it done. And this is one of the things that made me laugh. Okay. When we were in school, he says, "What kind of idiot puts tattoos on his body?" So he has no tattoos. Nothing to disturb what they were going to put on his body. And I was laughing. I'm like, I told him, "You know that he has to get tattooed." He goes, "Yeah, he does." And he did. A week of torture. I was laughing hard. I was like, "Oh." And I said to my favorite teacher, "Karma, pure karma." But that's the thing. He was always harassing the kids. We were kids. And making stupid remarks and everything. And maybe I was too old for my age, but I didn't appreciate it. So now I listen to the different people, and I was listening to the beauty gurus and others, and they tell you, "Oh, this person's so cool. I'm doing a collaboration with them, and I'll do it, and they're going to do it too, and we're going to be going back and forth, and blah, blah, blah." And I usually don't go and find who the other person is because 75% of the time, I can't find a way to connect with any of those people. They say, "Go do that." Well, see, I got the Apple TV. The most I can do is put my hand up, and I can also go and I can um, subscribe to your channel, which I'm always telling people, subscribe to my channel, put the hand up to let me know that you were actually here to watch it, and leave a message. But when I leave a message, I have to go to my iPhone, which I'm recording with today, to leave a message. That's just the way it is. I have the connection from the TV to my iPhone, and whenever that does it, it goes to a list that I watched, and I just go over to what I had just watched, and I go down and I type how I feel, what I thought about whatever, if I'm really interested in the conversation. A lot of times I'm not. I hear what the person's there and I'm enjoying what's going on, and then that's as far as it goes. I put the hand up and everything, but I don't make a comment. And that's about as far as it goes, except for when I'm talking to a certain person. Teresa's dad, I love her thing. She talks about stuff and she tells us about dramas that's going on around her, and I tell her about drama that's gone on around me. Even when I've gotten up to here, there's been some drama. And I'm like, okay. And I've told her about it because it'll come to my head when she tells her story. Something comes to my head and I share it. If nothing comes to my head, I don't share it. Or someone says something and I can see they're feeling bad about it, I'll go tell them. Well, anyway, I watch certain channels and everything, and I notice that people are throwing stones left and right. And supposedly, one of those um, boring channels now, because I used to love that stuff. Now I don't. I don't like to hurt people's feelings. I don't like to see people throwing stones anymore, which I used to love it when I was younger. Like, there was there was a thing I had a problem with. My friends, um, at the time, I wanted to be straight, but I'm not. I'm gay. And I prayed and prayed and prayed forever. And God told me to shut up. But that's what it looked like anyway. And so I finally accepted myself. So the young lady I was with, she's allergic to nylon. So she can't wear nylon. So she has to wear silk stockings, which is even sexier. So that means she wears the garter belts and everything. Anyway, another friend of mine, she can wear regular stockings. So she just goes and gets the pantyhose. I don't think they make silk pantyhose. That's why my friend wears the stockings. Anyway, we were there at the club. We saw this lady, and we were like, I was like, oh no. And she goes, what? And I felt bad because I brought the attention to that lady, and her legs were all scarred, horribly scarred all over. And I was like feeling bad for her, and that's what that was. And I was thinking to myself, why isn't she wearing stockings? They'll hide all the ugly scars that are on her legs. Her legs weren't melted or anything. It was looked like she had gone and she was active at school, like in sports and everything, and it just chopped up her legs horribly. Anyway, to make it worse, she wasn't wearing high heels. She was wearing flats. And I know all you women are going to go, but flats are comfortable. Well, let them be comfortable, but the point is that when you put high heels, it makes a better shape on your legs and makes your legs look sexy. When you wear flats, your feet look like they're like this long, and I don't know, it just is just horrible. Anyway, so she goes to the dance floor, and my friend sees all the scarring and everything. The lights are just making them there. And I told her, you know, couldn't she have put foundation? And she goes, oh, yeah, she could do that. And the only reason another one talks about that is because there's one of the gurus that goes and puts lotion on. goes and I was thinking of that. She comes up with a big old bottle of foundation, and now they're making it for the body. And I was like, oh, and it made me think of her, and she could have put that on her legs to get rid of it. But she actually had so much foundation on her face, but she didn't know to highlight and everything. It was just, uh, anyway, so where I purposely put my back to the dance floor because I usually look at the dance floor the whole time I'm there. And she goes to the dance floor and she's dancing, and then I hear, ah! I'm like, what's that? And my friend goes, oh, that guy stepped on her foot. And I'm like, oh, this is just horrible. It's just, one stone through the window after another. And to me, we were laughing, and I'm laughing now because that person might not be with us anymore. I don't know. But it was years and years and years and years ago. Anyway, that used to be who I was. Now I'm sort of the kind of person who doesn't want to be around or listen to that kind of insults and all that stuff. And there's screen after screen after screen of different people that are throwing stones. And now they're showing that two people, one my mother loved, Jeffree Star, and now also someone that I started liking, not because of the connection to Jeffree Star, but because of his boyfriend and a place he used to work. That's where I started watching him, and then they moved and he started living with what's his name. So they put out a thing that they're going to go after again James Charles. Okay. If they do, I'm going to have to get rid of both of them. It's that simple. I will. I'll go unsubscribe. Why? Why are you going after them? He's not going after you. That drama's over and done with. Yes, he's becoming a big person again. Guess why? They like who he is and how he's introducing stuff and everything. I've seen people try to throw stones again, and I told them, hey, idiot, shut up. Oh, I went and so-and-so went and got her hair bleached and blah, 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 blah. Who cares? That woman's a loser. But all of his friends went and got their hair bleached. He bleached his hair too because they did it. He even said that. Every of my crew has gotten their hair bleached, so I'm going to bleach my hair like them. And he liked it, but he didn't do it right completely. So he went and got it done right. But he showed all of it. And then not too long ago, I saw Rainbow Palette and James Charles Palette, the same. And this lady goes over and she's throwing stones. Well, she's a friend of one of the channels I watch. And I was about to start to watch her because they recommended her. But she came off like a giant asshole. And I quickly unsubscribed. I would barely subscribed, and she goes over, starts throwing stones. And I'm like, excuse me, but if you don't like him, why are you following him? That makes no kind of sense. That just makes her a giant asshole, and I'm not going to follow her. Unsubscribed right there and then. I had barely subscribed to her because of somebody else's recommendation. They were collabing about makeup, and right away I unsubscribed again, and not going to follow. I never seen the person until this time, and I was gonna watch her because, I loved the other person, then this person just seemed like a giant asshole. For one thing, I didn't see him say anything, and I subscribed to his channel. I saw someone else say something. Look, it's exactly like the James Charles palette. Only thing it doesn't have is the bigger ones in the center that are the main colors that you're going to use on your face. So he gave us more to go and put on our face, on our lids, and then put the other colors to make the rainbow off. That's what she said. And that's where I heard about it. Not from him. If you guys heard it from him on Twitter or I don't know what the other one's called. It's got pictures. I didn't. Why I don't have those? I used to have one of them, but I got rid of it because they kept harassing me. So I only see him on YouTube, and I only see YouTube. That's it. And all I keep seeing are a bunch of jerks. I'm not subscribed to them. I wish they wouldn't come around. Because when I unsubscribe to somebody, I usually go and subscribe to somebody else so I have the same amount of people that I'm following. But it's getting ridiculous. All these harpies are doing are they're attacking. Excuse me, but if you don't like him, don't follow him. I don't need to hear a clown telling me they don't like somebody. So she just looked like an asshole, and I got off. No more. Don't. Hopefully, she comes up, I'm not watching her. Certain people that have come up, I don't watch them. I go and I start watching when YouTube keeps bombarding me with those people. I don't watch them. I go when I say, well, might as well go and see why I'm paying for Hulu, which I'm getting ready to get rid of that too. Because all they seem to be doing is showing me shows that I can't see. Well, if you have Showtime, I don't want Showtime. HBO, don't want HBO. The movie channel, I don't want to know what those other ones have. That's because I don't have it. And I'm not going to go and pay to have them. I'm not my brother. My brother has he was telling me he has 5 HBOs, 5 Showtimes, and I'm like, and how many of those are you able to watch? He doesn't even watch TV. That's the thing. His TV's off 75% of the time. So why is he paying for all of that? Doesn't make sense to me, but hey, it's not my money. But that's my point. I get so tired of that. I want to watch people that are there being interesting without trying to destroy someone else. I may be here complaining constantly, and I'm sorry about that, but that's actually what this channel is going to be. Me seeing something I don't like, or me seeing something I do like. I hope so. I wish there would be more stuff I like. But anyway, and I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about it? And hopefully you'll write me something, and then you'll give me a topic that you'd like to hear me talk about. Because I'm getting tired about being the one that complains about women and everything. And you know why I complain about women? Because I expect more from women. Why? Because I was brought up by women. All the people around me were women when I was little. And they were smart, they were strong, they were brilliant women. But the ones nowadays are a bunch of lazy ass, stupid. And I'm like, wait a minute, what happened to all these brilliant women I'm used to being around? All I see now is whine, 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 and then whores coming out when the people are being molested saying, oh yeah, me too. No, it's not you too. You're a whore. You went, had sex with the guy, you got a better part in acting or whatever, and now you're trying to make it justify that you got the job like you got it legally. No, you went and you were a whore. And that's how you got your position. Let the person that was drugged and raped talk, and you go fade out somewhere because you're part of the problem. But I don't know. It just annoys me to the max. I hear all these stupidities, and it just annoys me that nobody tells these people to shut up and let the real harmed people talk. But maybe that's me. I'm not used to weak women. But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, put the hand up, write a little message, tell me something you'd like to talk about. And AA, see you in church.